Hey guys, today I wanted to do a quick first impression review of this Too Faced candy bar palette. So this is what the packaging looks like. It just says Too Faced. It is a limited edition. This palette, I believe, came out around Christmas time last year, and now it is on sale at Sephora for $15. I'm not sure how much it was before, but I'll put that right here. And this is what it looks like. This is what the phone case part looks like. The phone case just pops off, and this is the palette itself. So it's very small and sleek, as you can see. It's very thin, and it's just a really compact palette. It has 11 eyeshadows, 1 bronzer, and 1 blush. I think this is a great palette for traveling, being that it is so small and compact. It's kind of an all-in-one, and it's also so small, which is a great plus. And it takes up as much room as an iPhone 5 would, so that is just an awesome bonus. It can fit perfectly in your purse, in your travel makeup bag, anywhere like that. Okay, that's enough babbling about nothing. Let's get into the eyeshadows. So there is 11, and these are very small shadows. There are 2 matte shades there, a matte there, and these 2 are also mattes. There's one that appears to be shimmery in the pan, but is more of a satin when you swatch it. There are 2 with micro glitter here, and there are 3 that are just shimmery. So as you can see, you have a great variety of finishes in this, and I will show you guys how these swatch. So I'll start with the mattes. There's this matte highlight cream shade there, which is super smooth and just buttery soft. This dark brown here is also medium brown is also very smooth, as well as the dark brown. So there are those. And then this big size shadow right here is so creamy smooth. It's so wonderful. And then I'll come back and do the pink one. The pink one has a different finish than the other mattes in this palette, surprisingly. The pink one, to me, just is so not the same texture. It's not satiny smooth like the other ones. As you can see, this one here is the cream, the mid-tone, the dark brown, the 2 bigger ones here. The pink is right there, and you can see it right there. And there is the brown. So, all of these shades are nice, creamy, smooth, and then the pink one, for some reason, is just average feeling. It doesn't feel as smooth, so I'm not really sure why that is. That's the only matte in the palette that I'm not a big fan of. As you can see, it doesn't have great payoff. It just matches my skin color. I would just use that as a base anyway. So there are the mattes. This one appeared to be a little bit chalky. It might have just been the swatch I did. Favorite is that brown one. It's just this one right here. And you can do anything with this shade. People with darker skin tone than I can use this as a highlight, a base. I can use it as a nice transition color in my crease or a lid color. I just really like that shade. And this one, I forgot to mention, is the only one in the palette that I can use as a highlight. So that's kind of a downside to me. However, for this size of the palette, it's okay. For the 2 shades with micro glitter, they are interesting. The purple up at the top here is super pigmented. It's almost a black matte base with purple and gold glitter, micro glitter, sparkles, whatever, shimmer. And then the green here is just, it looks like a shimmery green, if not matte green, base with like, it almost appears to be like antique gold, like It's a fine line between gold and sage green, and it's really, I can't really decide. For the shimmery shades, there are this pink, gold, grayish silver, and this navy blue, which is gorgeous, but it does not have the best payoff. So here they are. And these are just gorgeous. They look so much prettier in person than they are in these swatches. This is the navy blue, which is, I would say, like more of a satin finish than, it is kind of, looks more like this shade than it does the shimmeries. So it's kind of like the Loner, I guess. It's the only one that's kind of in this finish. It is not the most pigmented thing because I think the formula is more that of an eyeshadow, so it kind of leans toward the chalky, not as pigmented side. These three shimmery shades are so gorgeous. The gold is super pigmented, the pink is pigmented, and this silver is just very pretty. It's really unique. It almost looks like a steel aluminum color because it's not quite metallic like a silver, but it's not matte like a gray. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I love those shimmery shades. So I really love the way this is arranged. They put some great thought into these shadows, I think, in my opinion, because you really have so many options. I love also that this is super flattering for brown eyes, blue eyes, and green eyes. So bronzer is also that same like velvety, smooth feeling that the big eyeshadow here was and that some of the mattes are. But here they are. So I actually applied this blush and bronzer to my cheeks so I can show you guys that it is possible to make it wearable as long as you use a light hand. So this bronzer is matte and this blush is a satin finish. These are both very pigmented, very nice. So although if you look at this palette, you think that this bronzer and blush are so small that they're not going to last you or whatever, but you just need to keep in mind that especially if you have my skin tone, you are going to be barely tapping your brush in there. They're both very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. And just, that's all I can say really, is that you barely have to tap these, so these are actually going to last a long time. Might be hard for you to get your brushes into these products, especially the blush. Blush, I know some people use bigger brushes, and this is a very small slot for blush. For this palette, it's okay because they fit all of this in one palette for $15. What I just use is my smaller blush brush by e.l.f., and it just has a more precise tip, so you can get in there really easily, and the eyeshadows is not as big of a deal because your brushes are smaller that you're going to be using here. I mean, this is like the biggest brush I have, and it fits in there fine, so you're okay with that. Can't beat it. Do a quick and wowie. So for the matte or okay. This just I all you I'm so